warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 11. We will presentation about tips in doing Toeic Part 3. Before that, I will introduce our team member. First is Zakiya, and second is Zulfa Nur Taufiqoh, and third is Ulfa Hemi. So in Toeic Part 3 is consists of 30 short conversation. There are 3 parts to each conversation. The first say something, the second person responds, and the first speaker responds to the second speaker.
Hello friend, I'm Zakiya M. Here I will continue some of the parts that my friends have explained. So let's move on to the next discussion. Here are the 7 tips for Toeic Part 3. First, answer the question as quickly as you can. And next, second, when you preview an item, the most important thing to do is to read the question. If you know the question is, you know what to listen for when you hear the conversation. And third, as you are listening to the conversation on the audio program, read the answer choices. Don't close your eyes or look away. And fourth, remember, incorrect answer choices sometimes have a word or a phrase that you heard in the conversation. Don't choose an answer choice because it has words from the conversation. And next, a correct answer often have synonyms or words that have the same meaning of word from the conversation, or they may express the same idea with other words. And next, remember, timing is very important. You have only 8 seconds between items. After you have heard an item and chosen an answer, stop looking at the item in your textbook and stop thinking about that conversation. Go on to the next item. So, I'm divided the tips including 3 points: before listening, while listening, and time management. Before listening, like answer quickly, respond repeatedly to maximum time, and next read the question. First, understand what's being asked to focus your listening, and etc.
Number 1.
Marketing Department, how can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to find out more about your new line of products.
I'd be happy to send you some brochures. Can I get your address?
So the first question is, what is the man doing? A. Trying to sell a product. B. Buying a book. C. Paying for a service. D. Asking for the information. So the answer is D. Asking for information. Why? Because the man said, I would like to find out more about your new lines of products, which means he wants to learn more about the various products available at the place.
Number 2.
I need to get some new business cards printed.
I thought you got some new cards in January.
I did, but since then, I've changed my email address.
So the question number 2 is, why does the woman need to get new business class? A. She gave away all her old cards. B. She changed her email address. C. She changed jobs recently. D. She lost all her old cards. So the answer is B. She changed her email address. Why? Because the woman mentioned that she got new business card in January. However, she needs to print new ones because she has changed her email address since then. There is no information in the conversation indicating that she lost her card, ran out of them, or recently changed jobs.
Number 3. We're having a birthday party for my sister on Saturday. Can you come?
Sure. How old will she be? 30?
No, not until next year.
So question number 3 is how old will the man's sister be on a Saturday? A. 28 years old, B. 29 years old, C. 30 years old, D. 31 years old. So the answer is B. 29 years old. Why? Because in the conversation, the person guessed that the sister will be 30 years old, but the response is no, not until next year. This implies that the sister is currently 29 years old and will turn 30 next year.
Number 4.
There sure is lots of chlorine in the water today.
You should mention that to one of the lifeguards.
I think I will. It really burns my eyes.
Number 4. Where does in conversation take place? The answer is D. At a swimming pool. Because the conversation mentioned chlorine in the water, which commonly used to disinfect swimming pools. Additionally, the person mentioned that it burns their eyes, a common complaint associated with swimming in chlorinated pool water. This clause indicates that conversation takes place at swimming pool, not a laboratory, ocean, beach, or bank.
Number 5. Excuse me, ma'am. I noticed you're not eating your soup.
It's just too hot and spicy for me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. May I bring you a nice green salad instead?
Number 5. What is the problem with the woman's soup? The answer is A. She does not like the way it tastes. Because the woman says the soup is too hot and spicy, indicating that the flavor is too intense for her.
Number 6. Hello, I'd like to reserve a vehicle for this weekend, and I'd like to pick it up at the airport.
You're in luck. We have special weekend rates. What size car do you need?
I just need a compact. Do I need to give you my credit card information now?
Number 6. Where does the woman probably work? The answer is C. At car rental agency, because the woman in the conversation most likely works at car rental agency, as he offers special weekend rates. As about the car size and mention the pickup location at the airport. This aligns with the typical services of a car rental agency. While other options like a car dealership, airline, or department store are not relevant.
Number 7. I'd like to see Dr. Agnew on Thursday.
Sorry, Thursday is a holiday and the office will be closed. Can you come the following day?
Yes, the next day will be fine.
Number 7. When will the man see Dr. Agnew? The answer is D. Friday. Because the man originally wanted to see Dr. Agnew on Thursday, but since Thursday is a holiday, he agreed to come the next day after Thursday as Friday.
Number 8.
I see you got a new computer in your office.
Yes, but what I really need is a new desk chair. The one I have is very uncomfortable.
You should talk to the office manager. She can probably find one for you.
Exercise 8. What does the woman suggest that the man does? A. Request a new computer. B. Speak to the office manager. And C. Move to a more comfortable office. And D. Find a new desk. So the answer is B. Speak to the office manager. Why? Because the woman suggests that the man talk to the office manager, as she can probably help him find a new desk chair.
Number 9. Did you see the quarterly report? Our subscription sales are down, and so are our newsstand sales.
But we sold more advertising for the November issue than we've ever sold before.
Maybe so, but we won't be able to keep selling advertising if we don't sell more copies every month.
Exercise 9. Where do the two men probably work? A. At a magazine publishing company. B. At a daily newspaper. C. At an advertising agency. D. At a drugstore. The answer is A. At a magazine publishing company. And why? Because the mentioned aspect or characteristic of magazine publishing, indicating the man worked in that industry.
Number 10.
There's not much room to write a message on these cards.
Oh well, our friends will be happy just to know that we thought about them while we were on vacation.
I suppose you're right. By the way, do you have any more stamps?
10. What are these people doing? The answer is C. Writing postcards to friends. Understanding contextual clues and making logical connection is casual conversation between two individuals, and key phrases like not much room to write a message. Our friends will be happy to know we talk about them while on vacation. Do you have any stamps? Etc. The mention of vacation indicates a leisure activity. Requesting stamps suggest postal activity. Thanks, that's all for our group. See you next time. Bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.